How did I almost break Mark Hamill? Why do I owe Ezra Bridger $40? And what did I learn about what they did differently with the lightsabers from the Ahsoka series compared to the Kenobi series? I'm going to talk about all those things. Plus, I've got a huge collection of great tips for your next convention, so don't go anywhere. Hey, all you Star Wars fans, thank you as always for clicking on my video. I'm Obi-Dad Kenobi, like it says right there. And welcome to Finding the Force, where I cover everything Star Wars, from video games to theme parks, and especially lightsabers. I do an awful lot of pointing. And as always, guys, I would really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button and the like button with the thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. Don't be afraid to hit that arrow button, and you can copy the link and share this video with your friends. It's story time with Obi-Dad Kenobi. Yay, oh my gosh. So again, in this video, I have some really funny stories to share, and I want to tell you about meeting a handful of the Star Wars actors from 2 different conventions, including Rosario Dawson, Mark Hamill, Ewan McGregor, even one of the newest additions, Eman Esfandi, known as Ezra Bridger from the new Ahsoka series. I have a lot to go over and share with you guys, so let's get this started. Yeah. So I've got 2 goals before you guys are watching this video right now. One is I'm going to be posting my footage from the Mark Hamill and the Ewan McGregor panels. Mark went a little bit long, so I think I'm going to break him up into more like snack-sized pieces. Ewan McGregor, however, was only a good 30 or 40 minutes, so I think I'm going to throw that out there as a whole. Number 2, I want to thank whichever viewer out there was asking me for one of these shirts. But that is my goal, is to get some shirts up on my page right below this video. Buying one supports my channel, and I've gotten a lot of compliments on my logo, so thanks, Scotty. Looks good. I had a blast at this most recent convention, the Fan Expo in San Francisco. I made a bunch of short videos because I gave away a bunch of lightsabers at the convention just for fun. So keep an eye out for my YouTube shorts, and you'll catch some of the viewers that I met who I gave lightsabers to. Alright guys, so this brings me to the next segment I don't want to forget to mention to you guys. So when it comes to the larger, more sought after celebrities like Ewan and Mark, make sure you get your tickets super early. So sign up for the mailing list of whatever convention you're going to be attending, so you know exactly when the tickets go on sale. The Mark Hamill tickets sold out within minutes, and I think they were even nice enough to put more autographs and photos on sale at a later date. But you definitely want to get those in advance for sure. However, when it comes to the actors with the smaller roles, I recommend waiting till you get to the convention. It could even save you some money. So I totally wasn't even planning on meeting Ezra Bridger and the armorer from The Mandalorian, but they were right there, no one waiting in line, and I said, what the heck? So why do I owe Ezra Bridger $40? Let's talk about it. For the smaller rolled actors, they have their own booths. They'll just be hanging out there when they're not at a panel or something. And they usually have a handler, sort of, I think that's what they're called, there to handle with the money and pick out a pen and the photo that you like for them to sign. And they actually had a package deal, which was gonna save me $20. So I used my phone and bought the autograph, and I was gonna pay cash for the photograph. Eman was such a cool guy. He grabbed the photo and started talking to me. What would you like me to write? Here, you guys got to check this out. Look at this awesome autograph from Eman Esfandi. Bam. I asked him to write his favorite quote from the series. I wanted him to pick, and so he picked, "I'm home."
Hi, Hera. I'm home.
Signed, Ezra Bridger. Super, super nice guy. Great experience. Spins my lightsaber. Yes.
Dude, these are nicely weighted. Oh my god.
Sweet. And you got the skills. Yeah, buddy. The Obi-Dad Kenobi saber. And even shared a really interesting fact with me, that the sabers they used on the Ahsoka series were more like sticks of different lengths, which are probably easier for doing spins and some of the battle scenes, which is way different than the Kenobi series. Did you guys see in the behind the scenes footage, I caught just a couple glimpses, that they actually used Neopixel blades, but they were clear. All the blades I've shown on my videos have like a frosty white blade color to them to help diffuse the light. And you can totally tell in the last fight scene with Kenobi and Darth Vader, there's a lot of glowing of blue and red. So this might have been the first time they used like real Neopixel blades, because it really lights up the characters like big time when you do that. Way different than the Ahsoka. So why would they pick one or the other? I don't know. If you have any idea, let me know down in the comments. But I thought that was a pretty interesting fact. I spent time with Eman, got a great photo, super kind, generous guy. So the photograph I paid for, they actually took with my personal phone, and the handler came around, took a picture of us, excited. I'm walking away with my autograph, and I'm way down the other side of the building when I realized, oh, I forgot to pay for the photograph. Oh, I got this total sick feeling. I felt awful. Way back to his booth. And I said, Eman, I'm so sorry. I forgot to pay for the photo. Let me get out my credit card. And he was such a cool guy. He wanted nothing to do with it. So Eman, if you're out there, thank you so much for being super kind and generous. I owe you $40. And maybe the next time I see him, I'll pay for 2 photos and only take the one to make it up to him. And then just 10 feet away from Eman is Emily Swallow, the armorer, like 3 seasons of the Mandalorian series. Heck yeah, I'll meet the armor. She was super, super, super nice. She also held on to the Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber, and I got a really cool picture with her. Let me show you guys the autograph I got. I was so pumped they had this epic photo of her and the Mandalorian. If you look really closely, I chose the color that kind of matched, I think, part of her armor, but she wrote, "To Ryan, this is the way, Emily Swallow." Very nice, generous lady. Really, meeting the actors with the smaller roles is such a great experience. There's no rush. They'll talk to you and answer your questions and all that stuff, and it was all totally spontaneous. I didn't compare her prices to the ones online, but I probably saved a few bucks too. Okay. So we'll talk about Mark Hamill. Okay, how did I almost break Mark? Well, as soon as I found out that he was going to be at the Fan Expo in San Francisco, I had to go. Even the guy who certified my autograph thought Mark was done with conventions, that he was only autographing things for charity. So I thought, hey, he's getting older, anything could happen. Now's the time I have to see Mark. I can't decide still if it's a better time during the autograph or the photograph if you'd like to tell your favorite celebrity or actor something or ask them a question. It's kind of both, but I think it might be 55% during the autograph and 45% during the photo. I first got my photo with Mark. You get a photo with the celebrities or the actors, you have got staff trying to get people through the line, right? So they're trying to say, go, get ready, smile, click. So even though staff was rushing me through, hurry up, get ready, Mark Hamill was such a nice, warm guy. Generous, kind, sincere, all those nice things. Just what I was hoping for from Luke Skywalker himself, but very kind guy. Took this great photo I put on my YouTube post, and I didn't really have to wait long for the photo, but for the autograph, there was some hiccups or something slowed down, so we did wait like probably an hour, hour and a half or something for the autograph, but that's when I almost broke Mark Hamill. I thought for a long time what I wanted to ask Mark Hamill himself. And actually, one thing that I really admire about this guy that makes him stand out from a lot of the other celebrities in Hollywood is, did you know that he is still married to the same woman that he married before Star Wars? And so being a married man myself of over 10 years, I wanted to ask him if he had any secrets to a long-lasting, happy marriage. I'm approaching Mark, right? He's at his desk and he's kind of like signing this, signing a book, signing a flyer, and I said, hey Mark, do you have any tips for a long marriage? I broke Mark a little bit and he kind of went, He kept signing, but I can't imagine all the different ideas that were running through his head thinking about how to answer me. But he had some very great advice. He said that you need to listen to your partner, that people oftentimes give up too easy. You know, relationships are a lot of work. And what else did he say? I mean, I couldn't record the guy. And he also said something around that having a little bit of distance and having some space to yourself can often put things into perspective and can really help make big deals look like small ones. And I think that's great advice for any relationship. Let me show you guys the autograph I got from Mark Hamill. Bam. Look at that. Authenticated to from the people outside waiting for you. I'll talk about that in a minute. but I love the green color. Same shit as his lightsaber, but I got it myself. I honestly thought he wasn't going to do conventions again. So the next day meeting Ewan McGregor was an even better experience than the first one. And for any of you guys who caught my first celebrity meeting the Star Wars actors video, I'll put that maybe at the end of this one or up above or both. I met Ewan McGregor at Star Wars Celebration. Now, this is a huge tip. Listen in, guys, okay? At Star Wars Celebration Anaheim 2022. Now, there's a big difference between a littler Fan Expo full of all kinds of conventioneers who are into anime, Star Trek. If you don't know what Star Trek is, don't worry about it. Star Wars is better. There's all kinds of people, Disney fans, at regular smaller conventions, but a Star Wars Celebration is all Star Wars fans, and there's a freaking army of them, right? Very, very different. So my first time meeting Ewan, I think, here, look at the pictures. Look at the two pictures right here. You can tell which one is which, right? Which one I met Ewan at a celebration and which one was a smaller convention. I was actually kind of bummed that my one photo, I thought maybe my whole life with Obi-Wan Kenobi, he does not look very happy. But again, I think he was really tired. He had done like 500 interviews for the Kenobi show. It was Celebration. He had already been on stage a bunch of times. The guy was probably worn out, but meeting him at a smaller convention was way better, let me tell you. So that's a huge tip for you guys. If you have a chance to meet someone at a smaller local convention, definitely grab it up. Don't wait for the bigger one. Now, I got to shake Ewan McGregor's hand. Great photo with him, smiling. I mean, great experience. What a warm, kind guy. And the same with his autograph, too. There's a lot of choices, and they had some really cool Kenobi series photos I almost picked, but I had to go with his Padawan autograph from Phantom Menace. So cool, vintage. That's really how I think of Ewan McGregor, is from the prequels, and this was like the best photo they had of the prequels, so really stoked. And I love that I picked a color similar to the lightsaber style. I think it really makes it pop. Another tip for you guys is that at most conventions, there will be a booth right outside the autograph section that will authenticate and give you a certificate, or you are now in their database and they take a picture of the autograph to prove that it's real in case you ever want to part ways with it. I'm never going to. This one is actually kind of special because he signed his name, put the X, and even wrote Obi-Wan. Actually a little bit rare because as you can see from this one, you got the autograph with the X without the name Obi-Wan from the Celebration convention. I just told him it was great to see him, and I thanked him very much for his autograph and his time. Very generous guy, super nice, and I really enjoyed the panel actually. And he talked about some of the other projects that he's known for. Oh, that is one thing I did decide to tell him actually, is you may not even know that Ewan McGregor played Lumiere. I thought he did a fantastic job, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to compliment him about something non-Star Wars, something more memorable. So I did tell Ewan McGregor I thought that his Lumiere was superb, and he really smiled and said thank you, he appreciated that. So great experience meeting Ewan McGregor. And so those are my stories from meeting the handful of celebrities that you see me with on the thumbnail. All great experiences, no complaints, no negative stories to share with you guys. And so to wrap up this video, I did have a bunch more tips for any of you going to a convention sometime soon.